informed about what's going on and start it at an early age. That way you don't get lost out here. There's a lot of things going on, and there's always going to be distractions. There's always going to be um, entertainment, and it's always going to be fun. Just remember that. But you can definitely hold off of that fun for a couple of years until you get your stuff together. And I literally put that. I put a short up earlier this morning. Yeah, I think was it the morning time or the afternoon? Was this afternoon of Barack Obama saying that he put off fun for like 2 years. He didn't have no fun for 2 years. He was isolated. He studied. He read. He fasted. He only had one fork, one plate. Yeah, one pair of shoes. You know. Now you can go to that extent if you want to, because I feel like when you go to that extent like that, you're really locking in. Okay. Some people are some people want to lock in when it comes to being successful. Some people just hope. They hope and they have the luck of the Irish. The luck of the Irish is not going to help you guys. You got to put the work in. But you also want to be informed. All right? And when I say being informed, you want to know what's going on in the world. You want to know what's going on in your environment. You want to know what's going on in your community. That's another thing that even with myself, I want to become more active in starting next year. Active in my active in my community, active in my city, networking more. But yeah, guys, stay informed what's going on because guys, it affects you as well. So you don't want to be going somewhere and then something happens and you really don't know what's going on because you're not informed. But you always on TikTok, you always on Facebook, you always on IG, you always on YouTube, just scrolling and clicking. No, guys, do your due diligence. That means do your research, do what you have to do so you can stay informed, all right? As simple as that. Yeah, it might not be entertaining all the time, but this is something you have to do, especially being grown. Whenever you are grown up, right? You have more responsibilities, guys. All right? You have more responsibilities. Whenever you are grown up, you have more responsibilities. And with more responsibilities, you know, it requires more time. It requires more time, guys. And that's just what it is. There's no easy way around it. It's no shortcuts. It's literally time. Putting that time, that hard work and that time in, putting those hours in. So whenever you do want to relax and just chill, you can look back, sit back and be like, wow, I did all of this. Wow. I put all this together. Wow. I helped create this instead of waiting to something is created and then trying to then trying to partake of it. You can do a lot on your own as far as my bad. You can do a lot on your own as far as working and staying informed, just knowing what's going on, period. Okay? Because a lot of us don't want to know. We don't want to know. Why? Because if we know, some people say that it affects the way a person thinks, it affects the way a person sleeps at night. But hey, no, tomorrow is election day too. And it's election day for city officials. I think it's every 2 years they have elections and everything. So you're voting for your senates and you're voting for um, mayors and city councils around your city. Stay informed, guys. Stay informed. Because if you're not informed, people are making laws in your cities, people are making rules in your cities, and you don't know what you can partake of. Believe it or not, whenever you're informed, because information is everything, right? Whenever you're informed, you're able to do a little bit more than the next man or the next woman. And the reason why is because you know. All right? So just remember this. Remember this one thing. If you don't remember any of the other lectures that I've said on my live broadcast, remember this. We pay another person money for things that we cannot do as people. All right? That's the reason why you pay. You pay for service, right? Or you pay for knowledge. If my car needs to be fixed right now, I'm not able to break my car down and put it back together. I'm not able to do that right now. Why? Because I'm not informed. I'm not informed. I do not know how to do that. So I will have to call an auto mechanic, right? somebody who studied, somebody who learned, somebody who's been working in this profession their whole entire life or for some time to help me fix my car. It's the same thing with information around here. So you just have to be informed. That's what politics. People say, I don't want to get involved with politics. Bruh, that's your duty. Sis, it's your duty. Especially if you're living, you're an able body. You need to know what's going on. Okay? Because when you don't know what's going on, a person can literally pull the cover over your eyes. They can pull the cover over your eyes. And now you SOL and you can't do anything except wait and hope. Okay? So it's better to be informed. Uh, That's the best way that I can describe learning to, well, learning anything new or just wanting to know what's going on. You have to take those measures. So you got to understand the reason why we have a government and the reason why we have people in charge of different cities, counties, and stuff like that. We have a large population, guys. We have a large population. If there's no rules, if there's no order, right? If there's no guidelines, there's total chaos. There's total chaos because there's so many people, right? So we have to have rules in place and we have to have certain people in place because if not, everything will just go crazy. Now, people can already say, well, it's already going crazy. Not really. You haven't seen anarchy. You have not seen that. None of us have. And I pray to God we don't never see that here. But, guys, like, it's important for these people to be in place, but it's also important for us to know what's going on so we can elect the right officials, so we can elect the right people, all right, that's going to move on our behalf, all right? Now, a lot of people say, politicians, people who work for the government, and they're all just bought. To each his own, right? There's always going to be rich people out here. There's always going to be rich companies who want to buy politicians and buy city officials. We all know that. But the people, our voices are powerful. Our votes do count, but we have to go and vote too. A lot of us, we just don't care anymore. We have to start caring, and we got to start being more informed, not only for ourselves, but for our family too. Okay? So that's why I say stay informed. That way, once you're informed, like you know what move that you need to make. Okay, a lot of people don't know why the government is shut down. There's a lot of people who don't even know what a lot of people don't even know what a government shutdown is. And I'm just going to explain it to you, right? Real quick. It's when Congress, the Democrats and the Republicans, right? They cannot come up with an agreement about budgeting. Okay? They can't come up with an agreement about budgeting. So since they can't come up with an agreement, since they can't agree on the budget, how they're going to spend the nation's money, the government shuts down. All government jobs, well, most government jobs shut down, but the employees, they still have to work. They still have to work. Now, some employees now they're choosing not to work. Okay. Hey, bro, welcome to the chat. Some employees are choosing not to work, but that's what's going on right now. In Congress, people are arguing. People are which country? Which country name, bro? We're in the U.S. right now. So Congress, they cannot come up with any type of agreement of how to spend the money, how to budget the money. So right now the government shut down. And it hurts because some people are not getting paid and people have bills, people have children, and life must continue, right? Just because you're not getting paid don't mean that something's not due on a particular date. So that's where the I guess that's where the I don't want to say chaos because it's not chaos, but that's why a lot of people are upset right now because you know if you work for the government, you're not getting paid. Now some people are still getting paid and they work for the government. Like I'm a barber, so I still cut some of the military. I don't have a large military base, but the military clients that I do have, they're still getting paid. But it's still frustrating. They don't know, like, even this month, are they gonna get a full paycheck? So now they're hoping that they might get paid, and they hoping that they might get paid for the back pay as well. Yeah. So that's what's going on with the government shutdown, guys. That's what's going on with the government shutdown. Congress, the Democrats and the Republicans, they cannot agree on a budget. They cannot agree how they're going to spend the money. So since everybody's, I guess, being a little bit stubborn right now, and President Trump saying that it's the Democrats, the reason why the government is shut down, regardless of what's going on, you can't agree. It's almost like having parents, right? You have parents, and it's time to buy some new things for the house. Okay, like we gotta buy some new decor for the house. We need to get some work done. We need to get some remodeling done. So mom and dad, they start talking about the budget, how much they wanting and willing to spend on the house. Dad wants this to happen, mom wants this to happen, but they can't come up with a common decision, right? And since they cannot come to an agreement, nothing gets done. I mean, it's just like that, but it's political. So hopefully we'll see what's going to happen in the next month or a couple of days or so, because we're basically just counting days now. But that's why I say, guys, stay informed, because you never know. Like, especially when you get older, you want to know what's going on in life, and you want to know how what's what what things are doing, what people are doing to make our life better or for worse, so you can prepare for it. Okay, so that's why I say stay informed, for real. Like, do your due diligence, read, research, but stay informed, because it's so important. It's so important. Guys, I'm about to get off. It's Philip Randolph. We just finished talking about staying informed. I'm definitely going to upload another podcast today. So stay on the lookout for that. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, but I'll probably end up uploading maybe like two, something like that. What up, Young Buck? What's good? Appreciate it. I'm up here. We're talking about staying informed, but I'm about to get off. I got to do more things right now. But check out the latest podcast. I was just explaining the government shutdown. What's a government shutdown for the people who really don't know what a government shutdown is? So, yeah. Well, until the next time, guys, stay blessed, stay motivated, stay informed. Make sure you do your due diligence to stay informed too, because it's important. You want to know what's going on in society, okay? Until next time, guys, I'm out.